Undisputed, the Mexican Monster Pack out now.
Boxing King Media out here in the Steel City, Sheffield, at the Southpaw Gym with Ryan Rhodes, Spice Boy, Grandad, former British boxing legend. How are you, Ryan?
Good, really good. Yeah, good. Good to chat today.
What's the latest in the world of Ryan Rhodes? Apart from all I ever see on his socials, he's just been like a loved up granddad every day with your grandson.
I keep saying it, but I'm obsessed with him. We are literally, me and my wife Danielle are just literally obsessed with our Shaq. It's unbelievable feeling. It was one last week. How time flies. Yeah, one last week. We had a lovely party, great family party. And he just he embraced it. He loved it. He loved every day of it. And I got him a G-Wagon, little baby G-Wagon. Yeah.
Has he started throwing his hands yet? Or do you ever mess about him?
Not yet. He's throwing his hands, but they're open at the minute. He's slapping it a little minute. So we just need to close them hands and make a good fist, because he'll be punching hard soon.
Stuff. Because we've got this ongoing joke now. We're going to keep this going till hopefully, if I'm still doing this in 15, 20 years' time, we can joke about it. And is obviously Kel, Brooke and Ebony Bridges, his son, was the same sort of age. And obviously Kid Galahad is the dad and you're the granddad. Some serious genetics mixed up in there. So we're going to keep that rivalry going yet.
We have to. I messaged Kel a few months ago now. I said, listen, we'll see you in the Yorkshire finals at the schoolboys national title. That's where we're going to be meeting. But yeah, it's just a bit of a running joke at the minute. But let's see what happens. Who's to say that they're going to go down different paths, different sports? But listen, you support your kids, you support your grandchildren and your family as much as you can, whatever they want to do in life.
100%, Ryan. So what is the latest with regards to, I know you've got a show coming up as well, so I'll let you pass the details on that. I think you've got Mohammed Subhan fight for an English title or something?
Yeah, Central Area title fight. We've got a couple of opponents lined up, but nothing confirmed yet. Subhan is fighting for an area title. 20th of September at the Magna Centre. Got a great card. Casey, a young girl who trains in this gym with Steve, she's having her second professional debut. Bree Wright, also from Sheffield, coming back from having a bit of time out. She's fighting. Ted Jackson. Who else we got on the card? We've got Adam Geelan, young lad in our gym. Steve Bailey trains Adam. Sheffield United kitman. We've got about 7 fights on the card, so good card, and hopefully we get Subhan in a Central Area title fight.
What weight is that?
It's at lightweight, yeah. Lightweight, 9'9", yeah.
Good stuff, looking forward to it. And tickets can get through you or through the fighters?
Reach out to the fighters, contact the fighters. If you want to contact me direct, come straight to me. We've got plenty of tickets left, and come and support some local talent.
Indeed, definitely so. We'll start off with the boxing from the weekend. I always enjoy listening to your opinions. I'll start with the Nick Ball. I wouldn't say controversy, but some people moaned and groaned about the final decision. But what did you make of the decision, the Nick Ball fight?
Yeah, I think two out of the 3 scorecards were quite wide, too wide for my liking. I think the 115, 113 were pretty accurate. 2 or 3 rounds, I thought Nick. He just seemed to struggle with the guy's long arms, and he couldn't push the kid back as much as what he normally does. Yeah, maybe just a bit of an off night for Nick Ball, but still, he got the win, and that's most important for any professional fighter. He got the win and he moves on. I know talks are happening that they're trying to make the fight with Inoue, the monster, against the Wrecking Ball. What a fight that could be.
Indeed, definitely so. And he's always value for money, isn't he, Nick Ball? And then after that, we had David Adelaide, Filip Hrgović. Most people picked Filip to win, either by stoppage or points, but Dave put up a good effort. Some have questioned his stamina in the past, but that onslaught he did in the 8th or 9th round, I think maybe showed that he's got more in the tank now.
Absolutely, one of the rounds of the year, without a doubt. I didn't realise Hrgovic's size compared to David Adelaide. I know David's not the biggest heavyweight, but like Hrgović was huge. I think when he went out the first round and hit him with some big shots, it seemed to put Adelaide on the back foot kind of, and I think he might have been a little bit intimidated, the size, the power of Ergovic, but David dug deep, you know, especially the 9th round. Wow, what a round that was. He just put his head down and started swinging from the rafters. Yeah, did well to survive. Ergovic got bad cut again, cuts quite easily, I think. But so yeah, good fight, but Ergovic definitely deserved a clear points decision.
What next for David Adler? What do you want him to do? Because he obviously jumped up straight to world level for that fight. It was a gamble that he was hoping that would pay off. But what do you think he should do next?
I think he probably needs to stay at the British title, European, Commonwealth title level. Maybe 1 or 2 fights at that level. Yeah, I just think that, you know, stepping up to that level just showed he was just short of that level. So I think a couple of a one comeback fight, maybe then for the British title or Commonwealth or even European title, he'll be ready for that kind of level.
Stuff. And then obviously we jump into the main event. What did you think was going to happen, babe, before I even ask you what happened?
I mean, listen, they've spoke about this kid for a long time. Could he be the next superstar in heavyweight boxing? Could he be the youngest heavyweight world champion and beat Mike Tyson? Well, that's not happening now. He's still 20 years old, but he's a few months past Mike Tyson when he won his world title at 20 years old. But listen, I mean, there's all rumours coming about that Dillian Whyte was injured. He got leg problems. He wasn't at his best. To say he wasn't at his best, he looked in fantastic shape. The lightest he's been in many years. So he's put that work in. Now, whether he's pulled an injury along the way and that's set him back, I'm not sure. But listen, they're all saying about he needs to be took. Moses needs to be took into deep water. If he's hitting him on the chin and he's not taking him past 2 or 3 rounds, how can someone take him into deep water? He's answering every question answered by him. It's like they're talking Ergovic. Like if Itauma hits Ergovic on the chin, he will go. He's that powerful. He's got that speed. He's got the movement. He's got everything what you need to become a superstar in the heavyweight division. He looks the part. He talks the part. So it's going to be difficult. It literally is going to be difficult for him to be took into the later part of the fight. Who's going to do it? Who knows?
Obviously, I'm going to talk more about Moses in a bit, but with regards to Dillian himself, you know, there's obviously, you've mentioned the injury side of things. There's people out there saying, oh, he was already gone, he was shot. You know, these are some of the quotes that have come out. But we saw he was 37 years old, career best shape. No one's ever seen that kind of shape before. And I don't think he's weighed around that sort of weight for years. Yeah. He was almost 20 pounds lighter than he was in his last fight. So putting all them things into the context, was he shot? And also, if you can maybe explain as a fighter who fought till quite late, does it mean when people say you're shot? What do you feel?
The thing about being shot is, can you take a shot on the chin? Are your reflexes there? Has it come to the end of your career? And, you know, I know Dillian's only had 1 fight, I think in 2 years or something like that, due to obviously the situation he was in. Who knows? Like, only him, his coaches, you know, the people around him will know if Dillian was completely shot. You know, they will have seen him in sparring, they will have seen him in training, they will have known. Have they just cashed in on this with this last fight? You know, I know rumours were going around that other fighters got offered big money to step in to fight Moses Itauma, but they didn't want to take that fight. You know, I've seen Derek Chisora flying about. It's a liberty, you know, people should go to jail for making, the matchmaker should go to jail for this fight. But Dillian is in that level, has been in that level. You know, he's not being active. We know that. And he's only had 1 fight in the couple of years. It didn't look at his best. But no one, only the people around him will have known and will have seen in the gym. There was rumours flying about, or I heard rumours that Moses had been dropped in sparring. I heard them kind of rumours as well, you know. So there always is always going to be rumours about flying about. And listen, if you get dropped in the heavyweight division in training, that's not the unknown. That's not out of the ordinary. It only takes one shot for, even with 16-ounce gloves on, to get hit properly in training. You're going to get wobbled. You're going to may even go down. So that happens. But listen, the people around him, his coaches, his conditioning coaches, and whoever's watching the sparring will know themselves deep down that whether Dillian Whyte was shot or not.
Should he carry on based on what you've seen?
I don't think so. I don't think he should carry on. He's had that much time out to come back. He's had one fight and then have that big fight like that, and to be taken out as brutal as what he was taken out. I think that's him. He's had a fantastic career. He's boxed some of the biggest names out there, been on some of the biggest shows out there. He's done everything. You know, he doesn't need to fight anymore. He's apart from winning that world title, he's accomplished everything. He'll be financially secure. He's done everything. He doesn't need to carry on fighting.
Okay. Well, with regards to, you know, we spoke about his backstory earlier and how he was homeless on the streets of Jamaica. Fair to say he's kind of won in life anyway, no matter what he does.
No matter what. I mean, when he talks about his mum and the struggles his mum had, you know what. I mean, he even started getting choked up himself. What he's done for his career, for his family's, for his family life and everything like that, he's hit the jackpot. They've hit the jackpot, and that's things in your career, in your life. You want to be successful financially. You want to be happy. Having money doesn't make you happy, but it helps you along the way. It helps you become independent and not have to worry about certain things. But you know what he's done for his family, for his mum, he's at the jackpot.
And then with regards to Moses, I'm going to put you on the spot and ask you these questions just to see how good you think he is. They're obviously shouting out Usyk's name, the potential Joseph Parker. Yeah. Obviously, this has been the tagline today. People are saying, "Oh, we haven't learned anything about him." But like you said, if he keeps blowing people away, we have learned something. We've been learning that the kid's an absolute killer. Absolutely. I mean, listen, it's all right saying he needs to be took into later rounds and everything like that, but if he's hitting you on the chin and he's knocking you out, this is what it is. This is boxing. You know, I think he did an interview and he said he needs to be like, he's not been in it on the chin yet, so who knows what he's like. That's a good thing. That's a good thing on his part, on his coach's part. If he's not getting in on the chin and he's fighting these good caliber of fighters, that's only a good thing. That's not a bad thing. Well, let's see how good you think he is. Just one word answers. Does he beat Usyk if he fights him next?
No.
Caballero?
Possibly.
Dubois?
No.
Parker?
No.
Wardley?
Yes.
Lawrence Okoli?
Yes.
AJ?
No.
Tyson Fury?
No.
Gassiev?
Yes.
Philip Hergovich?
That's the fight I'm thinking what should happen next. Probably yes.
Okay, so in your words, he's a top 10 heavyweight.
He's a top 10. You can't take that away from him. And majority of these fighters, what I said no to, is down to experience. Moses, if he gets one or two more fights at the next level of opponent, of caliber of opponent, and he beats them, and he beats them convincingly, he's at that level. He's at that level. But it's only down to experience. Was that his 12th fight, I believe? I think 13th fight. Two more fights at the better level of opponent, and if he dominates and knocks them out like he has been doing, put him in with whoever. Let him off the leash.
And lastly, I want to speak to you about Daniel Dubois. It's still not officially fact, but it's been reported by quite a few online articles Obviously, we saw recently Sam Jones has been added to the team. Kieran Farrell, who was the coach, one of the coaches in the team, he resigned a couple of weeks ago, but we didn't hear any response about that from Team DUBOIS. But now it's been rumoured that Don Charles has been sacked or resigned, I don't know, but either way he's been replaced by Tony Sims.
Wow.
What do you make of that?
I didn't even know that. You've it's breaking news to me just now. I didn't even know. You know, I feel sorry for Don, because the problem with fighters is, or the problem with coaches, you're the first one to be blamed. You're the first one to get the finger pointed at. All these rumours, what happened on the day, you know, I personally, and I know Don's come out and done his interview and basically like stuck up for Daniel, but then it's come to this stage of this now. Will Don be saying the same things in the next few months? That's the problem now. You know, you're sticking up for your fighter, you bend over backwards for your fighter, you do what you can for your fighter to protect your fighter. That's what coaches are. That's what coaches are there for. I'm shocked. I am shocked. I thought Don had done fantastic with Daniel. I thought he'd been a real strong backbone to Daniel. He give him the confidence. He give him, made him look a better fighter overall, a better fighter. The confidence came back in his last few fights with Don. I am shocked, but not surprised. Like I said, the trainer's generally the first person to get the bullet when a fighter loses. Shocked but not shocked, if you get what I'm saying.
Well, I spoke to Dom earlier and he reeled off that famous quote from his dad. I don't know if you know it.
Yeah, of course I know it. Of course I know every one of the coaches. Yeah, you can do 1,000 things right for a fighter, but you do one thing wrong, that's what you get. That's what you get remembered by. Yeah.
So yeah, it's unfortunate for Don. Obviously, we saw the 3 big wins he had, all as the underdog. You know, we saw him stop Filip Hrgovic, he stopped Jarrell Miller, he stopped Anthony Joshua, and I'm pretty sure he was underdog in all 3 fights.
Absolutely, I've heard that being said before. Like I say, I thought Don was a great coach, not just technique, physically, but mentally as well. You know, being around Don, I've been around Don a few times. And he's such a great guy to be around. He's great conversations, great knowledge, been around the game a long time, been at that level many times. So I thought, I didn't think he would have get the bullet, but you've just told me he has, and surprised but not surprised, if you know what I mean, yeah.
Lastly, on Tony Sims, obviously you're an experienced fighter as well. Obviously, coaching wise, you're still doing your thing. Yeah. But Tony's been around for years, trained a lot of good fighters. What do you think he must be thinking, knowing that an experienced guy like Don just got the chop after a good run? And then how does he deal with the whole dynamic of the team and what the perceived setup? Because a lot of this we don't know. A lot of people say that their dad runs the show, etc. Yeah. But Dan hasn't come out and said that, but it's what people perceive.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen interviews with Caroline Dubois and things like that, and you hear on the grapevine certain stories. You know, coaches get that pressure when fighters leave a established trainer, move to another established. That's the pressure. That's the pressure that coaches have to deal with, and they deal with them in their own certain way. You know, I don't think it'll be anything different. But yeah, I am shocked about that. It has shocked me a little bit that I was on my phone earlier and I hadn't even seen anything. But no, it'll be handled as professional as possible. But yeah, interesting, very interesting.
Yeah, that's the article if you want to see it.
Yeah. Listen, Tony's a very experienced trainer. No doubt he will have had fighters leave coaches and join him. And no doubt he's had fighters leave Tony and join other coaches. It happens in the boxing world. But yeah, I think Tony will put his own spin on Daniel. Let's see where Daniel goes from here. Whether it's a steady fight, a steady comeback fight. I keep seeing Frank Warren is waiting to have his conversation with Daniel and Daniel's father, and that'll be an interesting conversation. I'd say. But yeah, interesting.
Good stuff. And anything else you want to leave with? Any plans or anything new from the Southpaw gym? And I'm guessing this is open to the public, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, anybody can come and train here. Yeah. We have amateurs and professional fighters down here, but also open to the public as well. So fancy getting fit, losing a bit of weight, coming down, learning some boxing technique, you're more than welcome. Come down to Southpaw at Shells in Sheffield City Centre.
Yep, great location. If you live in the city centre, it's right bang on your doorstep. Brian Rhodes, thank you very much.
Respect isn't given, it's earned in blood.
Undisputed, the Mexican Monster Pack out now.